Welcome back to One of My Podcasting. I want to take a story that just really fascinated me, being an Uber driver, which, at these days has kind of been slowing down a little bit. It hasn't been as busy as it once was. I remember this time of year, we were getting bonuses as Uber drivers up the wazoo. And I remember Florida was like crazy into tourism. Like everybody must have been here when they saw Florida was opening much more. So January, February, March was crazy down here. Now, tourism is kind of like where it was before, but like 2019 levels. It's kind of like where that is now. Like, don't get me wrong, Palm Beach, the island is super crowded, and we're seeing people. I'm getting a lot of tourists in the cars, which is great. There's been one thing where, the weather's been kind of iffy because we've been getting a lot of cold fronts that any kind of air traffic from the Northeast kind of gets messed up. We're getting delays on flights. So people coming down here and getting their chance to come through here, it's not been there yet. And I think with all the things going on in the news, people are still hesitant because they still feel like COVID is upon us and it's still an issue. So they're all worried about it. Anyways, Uber's still doing what it's doing. I don't know if they necessarily have put the prices up on anything, but there aren't as many surge prices right now, which is got to be good for the riders. And for us drivers, we're not getting any bonuses. You have to get 50 rides in a weekend or during the week, Monday through Thursday, for you to go ahead and get a bonus. 50, 60, or 70 rides. And there's some days, to go ahead and get that, you need to do about 10 hours a day to get to 50 rides in 4 days or something like that. Like you do have to go pretty far. You might get 2 to 3 rides at the most, especially where I'm at in Florida, 2 to 3 rides to get to that level. So bonuses are like kind of unattainable anyway. But you know what is not unattainable? The kind of information you can find when you are driving an Uber car. Like this young lady, she caught her man that she was dating cheating after picking him up with another woman. Okay. He saw your car and still got in, somebody actually talked about. So an Uber driver discovered the man she was seeing was dating other people after picking him up with another woman. TikToker Jen, she shared her experience in a video. It's been viewed over 2 million times. Recalling how she'd found that her relationship with a man she was dating was not exclusive when he had gotten in the backseat of her car. So the guy was not smart enough to go and check. Okay, how in the world do you not notice on the app her name, her face, and her license plate? How did this guy totally screw that up? And then in the video, she says, quote, "When you decide to stay in on a Friday, drive for Uber and your man gets in the backseat with another girl." She prefaced the story with some background information. She said, "Today's Monday. It all happened on Friday. There's been new developments." She explained then that the man she picked up that weekend was not her boyfriend, but someone she had been talking to on the dating app Hinge. And she had said that things had been going well, and she had even met all of his friends at a party. So I guess they did kind of go out on a date. Okay. She asked him what he was doing over the weekend because she wanted to hang out, as she was going to a sporting event on Friday, but we could hang out on Saturday. She explained she had decided to work Friday instead. Okay. According to Jen, while she was driving for Uber, she received a request from a woman. Oh, okay. So it was a woman that the guy was dating that ordered the Uber. Okay. I'm just saying, even if that was going on, I guess the guy never even thought about who he was going to get in with because the girl's an Uber driver. Maybe in the back of my mind, me overthinking it, I would have actually thought about, hey, babe, can I take a look at the phone? Who do you got picking us up? But nobody even thought of that. Okay, that makes sense to me now. So she picks up a woman who looks similar to Jen, and the woman got in the back seat, followed by a man. And the pair started talking about their friends. However, Jen recognized the names and realized the man in the back seat was actually the man she'd been seeing, and the woman was someone she had met at the party. She says, "I looked in the rearview mirror, and we made eye contact, and that's when we both knew. I knew it was him. He knew it was me. We had our masks, so that's what was hard to tell at first." She finished her ride with the two of them in the back, and within 5 minutes, he got a call from the man apologizing. Well, the guy should have just not said anything at all. He already got screwed. And according to the TikToker, the man said that he and the woman are just friends and it was just a crazy coincidence. Oh. So Jen said she encountered the woman again on Sunday night, and when they both happened to be at the same bar. Way too much coincidence right there for Buddy. He screwed up badly. Too bad for him. But, I want to try to go and justify the guy's point of view, but I can't. Because he did necessarily met her on Hinge. They did go out. And he decided to go and just go ahead and, play the field with somebody else to see what would happen. Okay, that's what he did. What a dumb idea. But also think about this, folks. Now, I don't do this myself, but you need to realize that if you are in Uber, be careful what you're talking about and who you're talking about, especially when you're in the phone and things like that. Obviously you feel like there's privacy, but, that person lives in the same neighborhood as you, maybe. I don't know. It's just something where you're still in somebody else's car. I guess you really can't say that either. It's a bad situation. And he just got caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time. But also, if you're going to cheat, let me just make this point across. If you're going to cheat, you're doing it with somebody in the same town amongst the same circle of friends. That's just the guy that wants to get caught. Keep that in mind, too. And, if guys were going to do it anyway, yeah, go meet a girl in the next town over. I mean, that's just what it is. I'll tell you this. When I did online dating, 10, 12 years ago, whatever, and I was wanting to talk to different girls because I was not settled down with one of them and I was not in a relationship with any one of them, I would go ahead and meet certain girls, but I would meet one in West Palm, but then I would meet one in Fort Lauderdale. Like, I would make sure that they couldn't necessarily know each other because it'd be too far away from each other. And I actually made sure to do that. And the reason I could do that was because I worked in Fort Lauderdale and I lived in West Palm. So I would meet girls that I would meet, coming out of work or whatever. Or I'd meet girls in West Palm. Or just the way I met, it would be somebody I would met online that was here and one was there. And I would just go ahead and just go out. But, if I was going to be anywhere sexual with them, that was the other thing. If there was nothing sexual going on with her, like, we don't know what the girl did. They just went out on a date, but there was nothing sexual. I mean, was the girl sexual with him already? No, it sounds like she wasn't, but she was interested. It's the guy's fault. But I mean, if I wanted to try to go ahead and explain what this guy was thinking, I guess it's not. It's really a one-off, and the guy's an idiot. And TikToker Jen, I'm sorry that happened to you. Anyway, I'll leave it there and I'll talk to you next time.